Must-do experiences in Seoul. Seoul is not a city to visit only by looking at famous landmarks. To really enjoy Seoul, visitors should experience specific neighborhoods in specific ways. For example, in some places you should watch performances, while in others you should try traditional food, shopping, or cultural activities. Gyeongbokgung Palace. Wear hanbok and watch the royal guard ceremony. If you visit Gyeongbokgung Palace, one of the best things to do is to wear hanbok and walk through the palace grounds. Gyeongbokgung is one of Seoul's most important historic sites, and the royal guard changing ceremony in front of Gwanghwamun is a must-see event. According to the official Seoul Tourism Guide, the ceremony is held twice a day at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. except on Tuesdays. This is one of the easiest and most memorable ways for foreign visitors to experience the atmosphere of the Joseon Royal Court. Bukjeon Hanok Village. Walk quietly and enjoy traditional Seoul streets. If you go to Bukjeon Hanok Village, you should not just take photos quickly and leave. The best way to enjoy Bukjeon is to walk slowly through the narrow alleys and notice the tiled roofs, wooden doors, and quiet residential atmosphere. Because people still live there, visitors should keep their voices low and be respectful. This makes the visit feel less like a tourist stop and more like a real encounter with traditional Seoul. Insadong. Buy traditional goods, visit tea houses, and enjoy a classic Korean atmosphere. If you visit Insadong, you should spend time looking at traditional Korean goods rather than just walking down the main street. The official Seoul guide describes Insadong as a street lined with shops selling traditional goods such as hanji, ceramics, and calligraphy materials. Samjigil is especially worth visiting because it brings together craft shops, galleries, tea houses, and workshops in one place. If you want a more traditional food and drink experience after shopping, trying don with makgeolli is a classic Seoul-style choice. Official Seoul tourism content also highlights the familiar pairing of pajeon and makgeolli as a classic Korean combination. If you want a calmer experience in Insadong, visiting a traditional tea house is also highly recommended. Hongdae. Watching busking performances and enjoy youth culture at night. If you go to Hongdae, you should absolutely watch street busking performances. Hongdae is strongly associated with youth culture, indie music, and street performances, and the official Seoul guide specifically highlights Hongdae's busking streets and cultural events. The best way to enjoy Hongdae is to arrive in the late afternoon or evening, walk around the pedestrian streets, stop for live performances, and then explore cafes, small shops, and nightlife spots nearby. For many foreign visitors, this is one of the easiest places to feel Seoul's creative and energetic side. Gwangjang Market. Try pindae-tteok and experience a classic market atmosphere. If you want to understand everyday food culture in Seoul, you should visit a traditional market. Gwangjang Market is one of the best places for that, and official Seoul tourism materials specifically point to pindae-tteok as one of its signature foods. So if you go there, do not just look around. You should actually sit down, order pindae-tteok, and enjoy the noisy, crowded, local atmosphere that makes Seoul's markets feel alive. Also, these days there are many places that overcharge, so please be careful and keep an eye out for that. And Seoul Tower and Namsan. Go near sunset and stay for the night view. If you visit An Seoul Tower, the best timing is not the middle of the day. The official Seoul guide emphasizes the panoramic city view, especially at night. That is why a good plan is to go up in the late afternoon, watch the sky change at sunset, and then stay until the city lights come on. This is one of the most classic Seoul experiences for first-time visitors. Han River. Have a riverside picnic and try convenience store ramen. If the weather is nice, going to the Han River is one of the most local and enjoyable things you can do in Seoul. Yeouido Hangang Park is especially accessible, and official Seoul tourism content highlights the areas as a popular public park. A very Seoul-style experience is to buy snacks or instant noodles nearby and eat while sitting by the river. Visit Seoul materials also mention Hangang ramen and riverside food as a memorable part of the experience. Ikseondong. Enjoy trendy cafes inside old Hanok streets. If you want to see how old Seoul and trendy Seoul meet, go to Ikseondong. Official Seoul tourism materials describe Ikseondong as a Hanok area filled with shops, food, and cafes. The best thing to do there is not to rush. Walk through alleys, choose a Hanok-style cafe, try dessert or coffee, and enjoy the contrast between historic architecture and modern design. Myeongdong and Dongdaemun. Shop with a clear purpose. If you visit Myeongdong, it is best for cosmetics, fashion, and busy shopping streets. If you go to Dongdaemun, it is better to focus on large shopping areas and the late-night shopping atmosphere. In other words, these areas are best enjoyed not as quiet cultural walks, but as energetic shopping districts. Conclusion. The best way to enjoy Seoul is to match each place with the experience that suits it best. In Gyeongbokgung, watch the ceremony and wear hanbok. In Hongdae, stop for busking. In Insadong, shop for traditional goods and enjoy tea or classic Korean drinks and pancakes. At the Han River, relax like a local. And in Iksan-dong, slow down and enjoy the mix of old and new Seoul. That kind of travel will help foreign visitors remember Seoul not just as a big city, but as a place full of character.